15-16, the NHS produced figures that, for example, there were 124 wrong site surgery in that year. There's 102 retained objects, 40 wrong implants. We're getting older, so that really worries me because I'm going to become a patient. For example, this wrong site should never happen. The World Health Organization developed a checklist that practitioners should follow before any surgery. The NHS will tell you this is completed 100% of the time, and they can evidence that. So if they can evidence it, why are we still getting it? And this is despite WHO checklists, national policy and local guidance. And also that these are health professionals, so they should be following professional guidance. What's really interesting is that there's a gentleman called Martin Bromley, who's an airline pilot, whose wife 12 years ago went in for a minor surgery on her eyes and actually died in, about a day after due to negligence in the operating theatre. And as an airline pilot, he was very focused on airline safety. He taught it, he was involved in developing it. And he said, well, why is this happening? There should be a system where we check things and they don't happen. And he's set up an organisation that has had a big influence on the NHS and this idea of developing human factors. So medics, health professionals are now being trained in human factors, things like decision making, situational awareness and leadership. I think there is a however about this, that patients aren't aeroplanes and staff aren't in the system. So for example, in the WHO checklist, if you had a similar idea with an airline pilot, they don't sign anything. But the NHS say they've done 100% because they sign it. So my research is what I want to look at is why this is happening. So I'm in the early stage of my PhD. I want to interview theatre practitioners about safety mechanisms and find out why these things are happening or their perception, and hopefully develop either education policies for pre-reg students and continuing professional development for practitioners, which engages with them. And one thing that has been used a lot is video analogy, where we show videos of incidents to get practitioners to think about it. The other side is there something we need to change about policy and procedure that makes practitioners do it rather than just a tick box?
Has this been done before? Yes, no?
No.
Comment. Human factors are usually used in sophisticated risk analysis, particularly when